We all have situations where the circumstances aren't perfect and the situation isn't what we want. When this happens, we often feel stuck. And when we feel stuck, we can begin to feel anxious or depressed because we feel lonely and like we have no control or power over our circumstances. When these things happen, reevaluating our choices so that we begin to take back control and feel like we have power in a situation can be fundamental for overcoming our anxiety and depression. Now, before I continue, I want to make a note that there are people who are truly in powerless situations. This vlog is not for people like that. If you're in a situation that you feel trapped and you cannot get out of it, I'd encourage you to seek out professional help to give you the strength that you need to get through your situation. So, for example, imagine you're working a job that you hate. You don't like going to work every day, and maybe because of bills or the degree that you got or other life circumstances, you feel like you have no choice but to keep going. When you feel like you can't quit, you start to feel trapped. When this happens, there are several steps you can take to begin to regain control. The first is surveying the landscape. Who do you work with? Do you have people on your team, or are you completely isolated? Do you feel the support of your boss and managers? Do you make enough money to pay your bills every week? As you start to examine these things, that'll help you start to see the different choices you have in these circumstances. For example, in a job, you can choose to keep working that job even if you don't like it. You might talk to your boss about a promotion or other options for your job responsibilities. You might choose to get a side hustle of something you're more passionate about, or you may choose to put in your 2 weeks notice. Once you have these decisions in mind, you can choose the option that is most aligned with your values. For example, if you really need to keep your job for financial reasons, but you have a good relationship with your boss, you could talk to them about changing your job responsibilities. Or you may choose to just stay in your job knowing that it's going to be a temporary solution. If you're in a truly toxic work environment, now might be the time for you to find a new job. Once you've made your decision, you may realize it wasn't necessarily the decision you wanted to make, but it was the best decision for you right now. That's when the best decision becomes a goal for you to work towards. If there's a goal you have to move on in your job or get promoted, but that's not an option for you right now, you can examine the steps you need to take to get there. Do you need to change your credentials? Do you need more experience? Or are you going to make a completely different job change? There are actionable steps you can start to take while you're still in your job that help you feel like you are moving towards a future where you're going to be happier and more fulfilled. You may have to work the job for another 6 to 12 months, but in that process, it feels more manageable and more powerful because it's the choice you made. There are plenty of other circumstances where this works. Maybe you don't love the city you're in, but because your friends and family are there, you're choosing to stay. No matter what, examining your choices can help you look at hard situations and decide what's the best decision